Ozark has been one of Netflix's most popular series over the past few years, especially over the pandemic period as more people found the series in lockdown. The series hasn't had any new content for a while now, but has recently released the first part of its final season. This season has really captivated fans, but also left them kind of confused and in need of an explanation. So stay tuned to today's video as we are going to discuss the fourth season of Ozark and explain what really went down. First up, we have Ruth's big moment. One of season 4's main focus was on the characters Marty and Wendy Bird. We followed them in their attempt to get away from the cartel and avoid being brutally murdered by them in the process. However, in the season's final moments, everyone was focused on Ruth Langmore, being played by Julie Garner. She is easily one of the fan favorite characters right now. Just to recap you on what happened during season 4, we're first introduced to a new character, Javier, or Javi, Omar Navarro's nephew. Navarro explains to Marty and Wendy that Javi wants the top spot in the cartel and is willing to kill Navarro and his family to get it. As a result, Navarro wants out. To achieve that, Navarro wants the Birds to use their contact in the FBI, Maya Miller, to broker a deal that will see him come to the US as a free citizen. Throughout season 4 of Ozark, we see the Birds actually get a deal with the FBI. Sadly, we see Agent Miller destroy their plans as she goes over superiors to get Navarro arrested in the process. With the ending of season 4, we also get the reveal that Navarro is now in prison, but is also the leader of the cartel, their new boss. When we see Javi meet the Birds for the first time in the series, he ends up complaining about Darlene Snell, a rival of the cartel who's opposing and disrespecting them because he's working in the Ozarks. This all leads up to the final episode of the season where we see Javi barge into Darlene's home and kill Darlene and her husband. The husband turns out to be Wyatt, who we followed in season 3 of Ozark. He's related to Ruth, who we then begin to follow. She is his closest relative and is encouraged to not follow in his footsteps and stay away from the criminal world. Despite what she was taught, she wants to get revenge, and the season ends with her getting into her truck and heading off to find the killers. This was easily one of the best moments in the entire season, and even the show as a whole. Let us know down below in the comments what you think of this scene, and where it could lead into the final part of Ozark and the second half of season 4. And now we have a bird in the hand. As we already know from what we said earlier, Navarro is in prison by the end of this season because of a plan that went wrong. Throughout the entirety of Ozark so far, we've been following Marty and Wendy in their pursuit of freedom as they try to get away from cartel life and life in freedom. We have seen them find different goals in order to leave, but as the show has gone on, their goals have changed. Their current mission with the advent of season 4 is to make Omar Navarro into a free citizen so that they can leave the cartel for good and rid themselves of the obligation that they have to them. Through events in the season, we see Navarro, in order to keep himself safe and the head of the cartel, take a deal with the FBI and snitch on his entire organization. Though the FBI made the deal, it wasn't on the books. This is why we see Navarro get arrested in the ending of this part by the local police. The deal went wrong, and season 4 part 2 will deal with the aftermath. Yes, it's great that Navarro is in prison, but it's also really bad for our main characters as they need him to be free in order to get their long-wanted freedom. What do you think of this storyline? Do you understand things more? Let us know down in the comments section below. And now, on to some other television news. Next up we have, what is going on with the Book of Boba Fett? Our first piece of television news comes from the recently aired Book of Boba Fett from Disney+. We now have all the episodes aired from the series, so fans can finally discuss what was going on and their feelings towards it. The first few episodes of the series were met with some criticism, but nothing too harsh. Fans just found the series boring, and that they didn't like the direction the character of Boba Fett was taken in. For decades now, Boba Fett has been this badass and mysterious character that Star Wars fans across the world loved and admired. Though Boba had very little character in the films, he had a cult following mainly due to the animated series from the 2000s. He became a fan favorite, and him finally getting his own series was amazing to see. The Book of Boba Fett does have some amazing moments, but the character of Boba Fett just isn't what people wanted. It was episode 5 and 6 where where fans were blown away with the series, but for the wrong reasons. The series moved on from being a Boba Fett story into what fans are dubbing The Mandalorian Season 2.5, as we followed Mando and Baby Yoda for 2 whole episodes. The show shifted into fan service and moments not relating to the story of the series at that point. Though fans were happy to see Mando, Baby Yoda, and characters like Ahsoka and Luke Skywalker once again, it took everything away from Boba's storyline. These episodes were loved by everyone, but the fan base realized that Boba's story just was not cutting it. Now that the finale of the series has aired, fans just aren't impressed. The ending of the series was very lackluster, even with fan favorite character Cad Bane finally making his live-action debut. Everyone wanted scenes with him and Boba as they are master and student, but we got very little. Even with the death of Cad Bane, he didn't get the respect he deserved, or the screen time. Sadly, the Book of Boba Fett made people even more excited for Mando Series 3 rather than loving Boba as a character even more. Though it's great for the franchise as a whole, we didn't really get the Boba Fett story everybody wanted. Hopefully in the near future we see him in other projects and see the actor reprise his role as other clones from the expanded Star Wars universe. Let us know down in the comments below what you thought of the Book of Boba Fett. And finally we have, did the Dexter New Blood finale disappoint? Our final piece of news for today's video is going to be about the finale of Dexter New Blood. Before we get into it, let us know in the comments section below what you thought of the season as a whole. So, Dexter New Blood has finally aired its finale episode, and fans are kind of conflicted. Overall, the series has been pretty good, and it's nice to finally see Dexter back on our screens after so many years. Fans were obviously left disappointed with the finale of Dexter many years ago. Not only was New Blood designed to give fans closure, it was also designed to create an interesting dynamic between Dexter and his son Harrison. The series definitely delivered on an amazing story with some really cool character moments. Up until the finale episode, fans really didn't have much to complain about. However, the finale really broke the series for many. The finale saw Dexter break his code, which fans just could not understand. Many pointed out that Dexter's code was based upon Rule 1, don't get caught. That means he needs to prioritize that more than the other rules. The other thing they really didn't know what to think about was the actual ending. The finale saw Harrison kill his father after Dexter wanted to pay for his sins. This wasn't the best choice for an ending, as the series was clearly setting up Dexter going to court and dying through the death penalty. The series didn't follow on with this, and it left a sour taste in the mouths of many. Yes, this series and its ending were much better than the original ending of Dexter, but it's not like New Blood's finale was anything outstanding. And that's the end of today's video. Ozark Season 4 Part 2 is going to be insane. Hopefully it creates a great ending to an amazing show. Let us know down below what you thought of Part 1 and if you're excited for Part 2. Hopefully you enjoyed this latest video. If you did, would you please let us know down in the comment section? It would be very helpful. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, and of course, subscribe to the channel with that notification bell rung. Thank you for watching today's video. Bye.